a realm where armies number in the millions. Architects build living cities, and hunters possess abilities that defy imagination. Well, you don't have to wonder. We're already living in it. Welcome to the incredible, often overlooked, kingdom of insects. From the scorching sands of the Sahara to the frozen tundras of the Arctic, they have adapted and thrived. They are the true masters of survival, and their world is a spectacle of wonder, complexity, and sometimes brutal efficiency. So, get ready to see the world from a completely different perspective. Some mounds in Africa can reach over 30 feet high, a feat equivalent to humans building a structure nearly a mile tall. Inside, a complex system of tunnels and vents maintains a constant temperature and humidity, perfect for cultivating the fungi that feed the entire colony. This isn't just instinct. It's a masterpiece of collective intelligence and biological engineering. Then there are the weavers. The weaver ants of Asia and Australia build their homes from living leaves. But how do they stitch them together? They form living chains, with some ants pulling the edges of leaves together, while others bring their own larvae. They gently squeeze the larvae, which produce a silk-like thread, effectively gluing the leaves into a secure and waterproof nest. It's a remarkable example of tool use, a behavior once thought to be exclusive to vertebrates. These ants demonstrate a level of cooperation that would put many human teams to shame. Of course, the insect kingdom isn't all about construction. It's also a battlefield. Take the praying mantis, a predator so perfectly designed it seems like something out of a sci-fi movie, with its triangular head that can rotate 180 degrees. Massive compound eyes that give it superb stereoscopic vision, and lightning-fast raptorial forelegs. The mantis is a master of ambush. It can wait motionless for hours, perfectly camouflaged, before striking with a speed of less than a tenth of a second. They are indiscriminate hunters, preying on anything they can overpower, including spiders, frogs, lizards, and even small birds. But perhaps the most formidable army in the insect world belongs to the army ants of South and Central America. These ants are nomadic predators. They don't build permanent nests. Instead, the entire colony, which can number up to 1 million individuals, is constantly on the move. They march across the forest floor in a massive swarm, a living river of death, consuming every small creature in their path of the insects, spiders, scorpions, even small vertebrates that can't get away in time. When they need to rest, they form a living nest called a bivouac, using their own bodies to create a protective structure around the queen and her young. It's a terrifying and awe-inspiring display of collective power. Now, let's talk about some of the more bizarre and amazing abilities. Have you heard of the bombardier beetle? When threatened, this little chemist mixes two chemicals, hydroquinone and hydrogen peroxide, in a special chamber in its abdomen. This triggers a violent exothermic reaction, creating a boiling, caustic spray that it can aim with incredible accuracy at its attacker. It's a built-in chemical weapon, a defense mechanism so effective that few predators will try to mess with it twice. Or how about the incredible resilience of the tardigrade? Okay, technically not an insect, but a microanimal. They are often studied alongside them and are just too amazing to ignore. Also known as water bears, these tiny creatures are virtually indestructible. They can survive being boiled, frozen to near absolute zero, subjected to intense radiation, and even the vacuum of outer space. They achieve this by entering a state of suspended animation called cryptobiosis, where they essentially shut down all metabolic processes until conditions become favorable again. They are the ultimate survivors of the animal kingdom. Back in the insect world, metamorphosis is one of its most magical transformations. The journey of a caterpillar to a butterfly is a true marvel of biology. A crawling, leaf-munching machine liquefies itself inside a chrysalis, completely reorganizing its body plan to emerge as a delicate winged creature capable of flight. It's a complete reinvention of self. This process allows the insect to exploit different food sources and environments during its life stages, reducing competition between the young and the adults. From the humble maggot transforming into a housefly to a grub becoming a magnificent beetle. This is a strategy that has propelled insects to global success. And what about communication? Insects don't have vocal cords, but their methods of communication are just as complex. Honeybees perform an intricate waggle dance to tell their hive mates the precise direction and distance to a new source of nectar. The angle of the dance relative to the sun indicates direction, and the duration of the waggle indicates how far away the food is. It's a symbolic language, a form of abstract communication that is astonishingly sophisticated. Ants, on the other hand, rely on a chemical language. They leave trails of pheromones, chemical signals that can communicate everything from the location of food to a cry for help or a declaration of war against a rival colony. This intricate world of insects is not just a curiosity, it's fundamental to our own survival. They are the unsung heroes of our ecosystems. Over 75% of the world's flowering plants and about 35% of the world's food crops depend on animal pollinators to reproduce. And insects, especially bees, are the most important pollinators. Without them, our supermarkets would look barren. No apples, no almonds, no coffee, no chocolate. The foundation of our food web would crumble. The potential collapse of pollinator populations alone could trigger a global food crisis. By making small changes, we can collectively have a huge impact. From the social complexities of an ant colony to the transformative magic of metamorphosis, they offer endless fascination. The next time you see a bee buzzing on a flower, a beetle scurrying across the path, or a butterfly flitting by, take a moment to appreciate it.